Well, good afternoon. We still have clouds out there, but some nice breaks in those clouds too, allowing that sun to shine through, and that's helping to brighten things up here this afternoon and warm us up as well. That fresh snow we got at the beginning of the week, a lot of that's melted, as you can see on our Storm Team Skycam here in Fargo. Here's a look at our temperatures. We are really seeing those numbers rise, especially in the Southern Valley, where we're at 43 degrees right now in Fergus Falls. It's 38 in Fargo, 39 in Wahpeton. Up north, also into some mid and upper 30s, 37 in Fosston and Thief River Falls. And we're a little cooler than that in Devil's Lake, rather. We're at 31 degrees there, and that's where some of our coolest numbers were earlier today. And that's where we've had the fog, and it's nice to see those numbers come up for visibility. Still some areas where it's a little lower, but all of us at least at 4 miles or above. So no dense fog affecting us here this afternoon. Here's a look at our visible satellite picture. You can see there's some cloud cover around. Anywhere you see movement, that's where we're dealing with some clouds, but there's a lot of places where we've got some clear skies too. We got a good picture of upper and lower Red Lake there, and it looks like we're able to see a good portion here of Richland County as well. There is some snow just east of us, and we can't rule out a few flurries underneath some of these clouds this afternoon, especially up by the Lake of the Woods area. And across the region, you could see after that sun rose, we could see those clouds a little bit better, and of course the snow on the ground too. So as we progress through the rest of the afternoon hours today, expect to have temperatures that are on their way into the low 40s in the Southern Valley and some upper 30s up north. Don't forget, again, we could see a little sprinkle or a snowflake here in the afternoon underneath some of those clouds, but some breaks happening in the clouds now, and that will continue through the afternoon and into the early evening tonight. So especially in our eastern viewing area, perhaps a good view of that sunset here. Out west, we'll maybe have a little bit more cloud cover there, but all of us enjoying a quiet little break, a lull between winter weather events here today, with wind remaining light through the day. That all changes though tomorrow. So we want to get right away to that forecast for your Friday. Now the morning starts out just fine. We do start to see those winds pick up though, those wind gusts getting into the 20s and eventually later into the 30s. Temperatures not too bad, mainly in the 20s and low 30s to start off. 9 a.m., most of us looking just fine still at that point. So you're driving to work, getting into school, should be okay. It's later in the day where the system rolls through that we could have some impacts. And first off, 9 a.m., we're looking at that happening in central parts of North Dakota and down in some of our southwestern counties there, down by Ellendale and back over to Stutsman County. And that's why we have that winter storm warning taking effect a little bit sooner here because we're going to be impacted there first. Now heading into the noon hour, this spreads further into eastern parts of North Dakota and just continues to. By 4 o'clock, a good portion, most of eastern North Dakota dealing with either some snow or some rain. And over in Minnesota, you're still looking pretty quiet at this point in time. Precipitation wise, it is getting breezy though at this point. Wind speeds in the 20s, but gusting into the 30s to near 40 miles per hour out of the southeast. And notice these temperatures too, a little bit above freezing. So it's going to take a little bit to overcome that warmer ground and warmer air as that snow falls. So we might not get much accumulation initially, but as it starts to fall pretty heavily, it'll overcome that. That snowfall rate will overcome those warmer temperatures and will start to accumulate in some spots. Now ahead for tonight, or tomorrow night rather, that snow spreads further into the valley, and we're looking at widespread areas of snow here, especially in the Southern Valley and over toward the west. Northern Valley, you might not see as much, especially up to the north and east. The big question is how much of this is going to be rain and how much is going to be snow. And right now that rain snow line just on the southern edge of our viewing area. And also to factor in with this are those warmer temperatures that might prevent our accumulations from happening as much as we would expect to see. Our snowfall potential, some of us again in that 0 to 3 inch range in the east, but the farther west, the farther south we go, we might see some of those reports coming in at 6 inches or more in some areas here. And this of course could shift a little bit as this storm moves in. So that's the next system to watch. We're looking at a chance for some snow and rain for your Friday, windy weather, and getting into Saturday, we're going to be dealing with some of that lingering snow Saturday morning. We got a little break and then more snow and rain potential on Sunday and into Monday. So a couple of last blasts of winter coming in here for the weekend.
No kidding. Okay. The end is in sight though.
It is.
Thank you, Lisa.